Hey guys, Baron here. In this video, I just want to talk about the .com Secrets book that I've just received in the mail. I'm so super stoked. Actually got it a few weeks ago, and managed to already go through half of the book in a very short period of time. What I normally do is I just read cover to cover, get the basic concepts down, and then I go through and I just sort of then really deep dive into the pieces that I'm really interested in. Um, Multiple chapters here that are just full of gold. Section 1 talks about sales funnel secrets. That's essentially the frameworks and the fundamentals of marketing and sales, and what a sales funnel is and what it's supposed to do and the correct way to implement it. Um, Not every sales funnel is born equal, should I say, and what Russell teaches us. So this book's actually by Russell Brunson, in case you haven't heard of him. Google him. Is an amazing person, is an amazing marketer, is an amazing businessman. Um, Tony Robbins uses him in his business, then I think that's a great credit, right, to who Russell Brunson is. Section 2 talks about the funnel and the value ladder, which essentially is just your offer stack, and taking your audience or your customer on a journey through giving them something free at the start of your funnel to capture their lead or capture their email or just get them to know you. And then as time goes on, so you provide more and more value for them in what's called a value ladder as they step up and go further along and build more of a relationship with you, so you can start to offer them other things as well that's part of that value ladder. And by offering them more and more value, so you will start to build that relationship, and that relationship will be a lot stronger. So that's a key part of the whole message here as well, in terms of what Russell is trying to say to us. And section 3 talks about the funnel scripts, which essentially is a script, is just some text, but it's also the way that you present an offer on paper or on a web page or on a website. The funnel scripts basically helps you to put that message together in a way that makes it obviously appealing. And that's what you see when you go to your Facebook feed. Whatever you click on obviously is of interest to you, and there's a reason that you clicked on it, and it's called a hook. And the reason it's called a hook is because whoever's putting that post out there, and it's most likely going to be a sponsored post, they're trying to hook you into their business one way or another. And by providing you sort of a baited hook, or clickbait is a term that we don't really like to use, but typically some people use that to get someone just to click on the link, and in most cases it's not true or it's not relevant. What you're clicking on, it doesn't really make sense. At the end of the day, they just want that click so that they can then start targeting you. And if you've ever clicked on something that you're interested in buying, or you're doing some research on something, suddenly you see banners everywhere on the internet. Every website you go to, that offer is there everywhere, and it's because you clicked on that one link. So there are still, there's tons and tons of different ways to do that, but essentially what Russell teaches us is the correct way to do it, and the ethical way to do that. And then we talk about unboxing funnel scripts, and talks about stories and solutions, and offering people a way out of their problem. There's just a ton of value in this book. Really, it's jam packed with gems. 393 pages by the time you get to the end of it, and I can just highly recommend this. I don't really recommend anything that I don't use myself in my business, and I wouldn't recommend this if I didn't think that it was absolute gold. The best part of it is that it's actually free. You just have to pay for the shipping and handling, and Russell will send this book to your doorstep. So with that being said, links in the description. Go and get a copy of this. It'd probably be the best book that you've read this year, because it's going to help change your mindset. It's going to help set you up for success. It's going to teach you things that you actually knew already, and you knew, to be honest, you know exactly what you need to do online to be successful. It's these shiny objects and these other hooks that are thrown out in our path, and we click on that, and it's clickbait here and there, and we end up going off in different directions, and we move further and further away from what is actually the right way to do something. And this will bring you back on track. So if anything, this will help you guide you back to the path that you should be on, and it's the path that you actually know that you should be on, and it's the path that you're trying to get back on. So I know that that's a lot of different ways of phrasing what I'm trying to say, but in my experience over 20 years online, I've gone on a path that I know I should be on and pulled off of that path in multiple different directions, and knowing that I need to get back on that path, but I just had to get all of this other stuff out of the way. What you really need to do, and in this book, the foreword's actually by Russell Brunson, funny enough. It's Dean Holland's book, The Iceberg Effect, talking about also, doing a full 180 of where you're at. And I know that's hard to sometimes do because you're already on this journey, you already invested time and money and energy and effort into something, and you really don't want to just start going off in a different direction, but you know that you have to essentially do that eventually. All I can advise you guys is to do it right away. And I know it's hard because you've already invested time and money in whatever journey you're on and whatever path you're on right now. It's just going to continue to frustrate you and take you down the wrong road. Okay, and you're going to be further and further away from your goals. If you just did a 180 and came back to the path that you know you should be on, you'll see that things will start to just work out for you perfectly. I hope that helps you guys. I really am here to help you guys through my own mistakes. And pick up a copy of Russell's book. It's amazing. You won't be disappointed. And hey, what have you got to lose? You're paying for shipping and handling. You've got an awesome reference book that you can look at, and it will change the way you think. Trust me. Cheers.